Massive green candle on the daily charts of DFM market index, that is Dubai Financial Market. Stalkers, welcome back. Yesterday's candle was negative. It closed below the support. Today market has recovered very nicely. Decisive green candle was printed thanks to two stocks which we will discuss later. Look at this green candle, clearly indicating now it is getting ready to break out the resistance, that is 6,052 points. If at all that happens tomorrow, then most likely we are heading upside to hit 6,096 points, that is the next identified resistance. There is another scenario that maybe market can just take a pause and then come down for a retest of this support zone again. This is also a possibility, but if at all we break past this zone, then the possibility of coming down will be much lesser. I hope we see a continuation tomorrow. A follow through is very important. Tomorrow will be a test day to see if at all Dubai Stock Market Index can break out this resistance or the previous swing high that was made on 15th of September. If at all this happens, this is a very crucial zone, I must say. If at all market is successful in breaking this zone, then I would consider this to be a bullish move. I would then definitely change my bias to upside. For now, still there are chances we may see a downside momentum from here. I hope that it does not happen. Overall, Dubai Stock Market Index is now recovering right from this zone, that is 6,205 points. It started to make lower lows and lower highs. Finally, now it is testing the first swing high or the recent swing high. This would be a test for Dubai stock market. Overall, if we see it is still in an uptrend, check this out. Right from this swing low, we are seeing aggressive momentum to the upside. It has corrected itself. Hopefully, this should be now a reversal. I want to see market breaking 6,205 points and make a new high. So tomorrow it will be very interesting to see how DFM market reacts into this resistance zone. On the other hand, ADX market index got rejected, although it tried to break out the swing high. Check this out. This is the swing high that it made last week. Today it was trying for a breakout. It got rejected. This is not a major resistance. It's minor resistance area, but still market could not break, although the closing is green, but candle in itself is bit negative. Still, there are very high chances market can break out and go past. It will be a decision day for ADX market as well, whether or not it is able to break and close above this zone. Overall, it is still looking positive. We can see a nice upside momentum. Hopefully, we do not want to see another drop. If at all market drops tomorrow, then we have support zones identified already, that is 10,051 points. Then we have round figure of 10,000, that is strong support area. In case of resistance, then we are looking at 10,246. Once this zone is taken out, let me also mark it right here. This is the swing high. If at all, let me do it again, if at all market can break past and close above this zone, in this scenario, I'm expecting it to hit next resistance at 10,246. Still, market did not recover 100% right from this drop. That was from 10,362 points. It came down, went up. This time when it came down for a correction, it did not go past this low that it made on 11th of September. And from here, it has been climbing up. But still, this is not a powerful move. Check this out. The way it moved is very slow. It went up, came down, went up, went sideways, and then again it went up. Exactly the opposite scenario when it came down. Just within 3 candles, it gave away almost all the gains, but when it was climbing up, it was struggling. So still there is some sign of weakness. We are still not in bullish territory. That's the reason I have still given it a down tick. Once we see a closing above this resistance, then I will change my bias. Again, tomorrow it's very crucial for both DFM and ADX market index. Let's see if they can break out and close above the resistance zone. Bulls have to start flexing their muscles. Thanks to Emaar Properties and Emaar Development, today's massive move brought some life in the market index, but otherwise most of the stocks were just going sideways or they closed red. So let's discuss Emaar Development. I am on the daily chart. Today we are seeing a very bullish price action, huge green candle with huge volumes. It is up by 1 dirham. This is a very solid move. It is a good gain. Check this out, it went up, it bounced from our support area that is 13.35, went up, came down for a correction. I was waiting for a breakout of this resistance. I personally did not take any entries, to be very honest, because I am now waiting for a retest. This was the resistance area. Previously I was expecting it would retrace. That is, after hitting this zone, most likely it will come down for a retracement. But today it showed tremendous strength. We can see a decisive green candle. Now I want to take entries, but the move is bit extended. So let me go down to 30 minutes chart. Here what we can see is, check this out, since this was resistance area, it went up, came down. I was still expecting it to come down lower, maybe into this area that is 14.10, and then maybe I can trigger. But unfortunately that did not happen. It went away without me. That's quite normal. It usually happens in stock market. We cannot catch all the moves that occur in the market. So nevertheless, it is still looking good. Tomorrow, if it opens flat or with a gap up, we can still take entries, but now in small quantities, because we are already seeing a strong upside momentum. It has moved 1 dirham. There are very high chances we may see a pause candle or even a correction is possible. So we can only take small quantities right at the top. If it goes up, then definitely we are with the trend. If at all it comes down, then we have an option of adding more quantities here. This zone is strong support for Emaar Development. Let's go back again to the daily chart. Talking about the swing high or the resistance areas, this will be my target, that is around 15.40. If at all it continues going up, then most likely I'm expecting it should hit this zone and then make all-time high again by breaking the high that it made on 6th of August. There are chances it can even go above 15.60. Looking at this massive green candle, definitely investors and traders will be anticipating for more upside momentum, provided it does not open with a gap down tomorrow. If that happens, then it would be a bit disappointing, because those who bought into today's candle, if at all it opens with a gap down, they would be a bit disappointed and they will try to offload their positions, which will create volatility. Maybe it can go sideways, or maybe it can come down to retest any of the support zone. Scenario number 2 that is extremely bullish but not very good for us, that is if at all it opens with a big gap up. Say for example, if at all it opens somewhere around here, this is resistance area. If it opens with a big gap up, then those who bought into this candle today, they will immediately start booking the profits, because they will see huge gains right at the time of opening. This will bring down the price. Then in this scenario also it can come back to revisit 15.00 or even come down to revisit the support zones. So a big gap up is obviously not very good for us. A flat or a small gap up will be positive. It will give a chance for new traders and investors to buy in and hold their positions. Those who missed this move to the upside like me, they will try and see if at all there is any chance to enter right at the top, but at least with a small quantity. So guys, this was the update for tomorrow's market. Hit the like button, join my YouTube membership for more detailed analysis with my stock recommendations on daily basis. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.